name's Wayne. I live in Encinitas, California. I was going to work. It was 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was stopped at a red light. I had stopped as the light turned red, and everybody funneled up behind me. I was just waiting for the green light to go. I always tell my wife that, once it's green, I'm out of there, because you never want to be stuck on the line. And all of a sudden, I was just hit from behind. Time kind of slowed down. It's almost a year ago, but I remember at the time, a couple months after, I could remember vividly the details. It seemed like, in the couple seconds that the accident happened, it seemed like I could recount every thought. I had many different thoughts. The first thought was, whoa, what was that? As somebody just hit me from behind. And then, oh, I'm in an accident. Really? Then going over, it threw me, over my motorcycle, over the handlebars. As I was going over the handlebars, I felt my knee get tweaked. It hurt a lot. I knew something had happened. Then when I hit the ground, it started hurting. My wrist started hurting.
And then why did you decide to hire an attorney?
Well, it was, I never thought I would hire an attorney. Not that I had anything against lawyers, or I just never thought I would be in a situation where I would want one or require one. But after talking to different people, my parents, my mom was in a very bad accident when I was actually in her womb, and I think their experience with, they should have gotten a lawyer at that time to make sure that they were covered. They've had that, and other people, and so I then, well, how do I find a lawyer? That's really hard. So I sent some emails out to friends, and luckily my sister-in-law was friends with a friend of Randy. So I called up and just came in.
How would you describe the way that Walton Law Firm handled your case?
Amazing. I mean, very, very professional, but also very personal, I think, is the best thing. Having a lawyer to make sure that everything is taken care of, that you don't miss out on, miss certain details. But every time I called, it seemed like, even months after the accident, it seemed like either Sarah, you were very knowledgeable of the case, or Randy. It didn't seem like, okay, hold on, I need to look up your file. They were very attentive to details and to answering any question that I needed. And it was just very comforting to have a professional office like this to know that I'm covered, that all the medical details, all the things that I didn't know were in somebody else's hands who knew what was going on. So throughout the time, the 8 months of recovery, the trouble it caused my family, my wife, my kids, having to see their dad with an injury, and sometimes not really being able to hold them or being nice to them because of just all the emotions. At the end, there was a settlement, and it's something that it allows you closure. I think it does. It allows you closure because it just, okay, maybe this is a token, a gesture that makes all of that other bad stuff a little bit okay.
And would you recommend Walton Law Firm to others? And explain?
Yeah, I already have, and I definitely would. And I think it's one of the areas where you would need a recommendation, because it's not like, unless you know Randy or know a lawyer, until you need it, then you go and look for it. How are you going to find it? You search on the web, but do you trust these people? It definitely comes to a recommendation, and I would recommend him every day, as I said I already did.